Hello, my name is Jim Wischusen. I'm the FRP Division Manager here at Monoxivent, and we're going to be talking to you today about our new grip seal connection method for underground FRP duct in HVAC applications. In the past, and we still offer today, we have provided what's called the wet layup joint, and there's another video on that if you'd like to learn about it. But as an option, we developed a different system. As in the wet layup system, your underduct product will come as factory manifolded in 20-foot sections, and that in itself will save you approximately 60% of the joints that you have to do in general, okay? When it comes to doing a grip seal joint, you will have 20 foot in the trench, you will have another 20 foot in the trench, and it's a simple external clamping system. Now, why the name grip seal? Well, this clamp is made no differently than the FRP duct itself. It's a filament wound product. It has two angles laminated to the duct itself, and it is split with an overlap for eventually clamping. Now, if you notice on the inside of the clamp, it's a very smooth surface. That is no different than the duct itself, and it's a function of how the duct is made. All FRP is wrapped around a steel mandrel, and it produces this very smooth and shiny surface. And that's very good for the duct itself, but it's not very good for an external clamping system. So what we do is when we manufacture the clamp, we first apply what's called peel ply. It's a very light tape that's embedded at time of lamination, and the first thing the installer does is to peel this tape off. And as you can see, the clamp goes from very shiny and smooth to very coarse and rough. So that's the basic premise of the clamping system. What we do to seal the connection is this butyl rubber gasket material. It's foil backed. It has a white polyethylene peel away liner. And as you can imagine, once you get this butted together, you're going to peel this liner off, you're going to wrap it around the duct connection, and then you're going to install the clamp. It's that simple. So let's go ahead and do that. So you have your 20-foot duct section in the pre-graded trench. You're going to have your second 20-foot section in the trench already. When you are ready to put this together, you're going to remove this peel ply tape. And you remove it in its entirety. And that is a throwaway item. What I've done here is I've made the very smooth inside surface of this FRP clamp, I've made it extremely rough. And that is what gets you the term grip seal, okay? Simply by doing that, I've increased the tension pulling from 700 pounds to pull it apart to over 2,000 pounds to pull it off. So once you have peeled the peel ply tape off of the clamp, okay, it is now time to slide it over your second 20-foot section of factory manifolded underduct, and then butt the two joints together, the two sections of duct together. Now this does not need to be ground, this does not need to be prepped in any other way other than just wiping any dirt and debris off, but now it's time to use the gasket. The gasket is a butyl rubber foil-backed gasket which has a polyethylene tape that is peeled off at time of use. And we have a pre-cut section here that is sized with about a 2-inch overlap, okay? And you want that overlap to be at the top of your duct connection. So when it's time to actually do this joint, you have your two sections butted together, you have your peel ply tape off of the clamp, you have your clamp loosely in place. Now it's time to peel the backing off of the gasket. So you simply peel that off, and this is a little sticky, so you want to make sure that no dirt and debris get on the gasket material, and you simply wrap it around the duct connection. And you pull it a little tight, you make sure it's roughly square. And again, it's about a 2-inch overlap, and you put that at the top of your duct connection. Now, once that's in place, now you can slide your clamp over the gasket, making sure that the one angle rides over the top of the other one. You notice that this has a return on it. You want to make sure that that rides over it. At this point, now it's a simple matter of installing the 3 stainless steel bolts through the pre-drilled holes with a washer. They are carriage bolts, so you don't need to have 2 wrenches. But once you get them all installed, you are simply going to tighten the bolts. So once your bolts are installed, you're going to use hand tools to tighten these bolts. And you want to tighten them down only to the point where the 2 angles start to deflect towards each other. There's no need to get the 2 angles completely touching, completely tight. What you're relying on is that gasket to fill up any voids, any missing areas where you are then sealing. And you can see the top clamp is riding over the bottom clamp. Once your clamp is completed, it is then time to pressure test your duct as you would any other duct system, whether it be below ground or above ground, and similar methods are employed. If there is unacceptable leakage at the joint, it's not a problem for Grip Seal. The simple fix is to remove your bolts, add an additional layer of your butyl rubber gasket, and reinstall the clamp. This additional thickness of gasket will fill any voids on the exterior of the duct, which will then accomplish the perfect seal and be proven by pressure testing. So here you have your finished Grip Seal clamp connection, and again, this is for underground use only. Now in the straight connections, where again we're manifolding 20 foot on either side and you have less joints to do in general, this clamp is available up to 36-inch diameter duct. That covers most, if not all, buried HVAC applications. Now, as an option, we also offer field-installed clamping taps. Now, for the most part, your branch ducts are going to be factory manifolded in place and come to the job site already there. In the event that you can't get good field dimensions, measurements to locate them in the factory, we offer this clamping system with a 90-degree tap, either in a straight tap, saddle tap, or 45-degree tap. And this would be a simple field locate, mark, cut, and install just like you saw this straight connection here today. That wraps up our overview of the Grip Seal clamping method. I thank you and have a good day.